At doing our first post. I've logged into the site. I'm here in the dashboard. By the way, you'll see that I could go to the site from here if I wanted to, or I could go to the dashboard, back to the dashboard. Not much on this page of interest. On the sidebar here, these are all the posts that folks have done. You can't really do anything to anyone else's posts, but you can see them here and view them. So these are ones by other people. Also, there is a media library. As everyone uploads images, they all get stored in a library. So yours will be in here. You could sort this way and so forth. But let's just go back to the dashboard, and we're going to start a new post here. And so this should be the default view you get. Now there is another view that I suggest you use, and that involves clicking on this settings tab here, because now you're seeing both the document and the various blocks that you're going to be working with. So let's say I add my title and then I add some text here. Okay, now immediately you'll see that this block is referring to a paragraph, and I could center justify it or something. I could highlight some text and make it bold or italics. If I wanted to add a hyperlink, I could just paste a URL there. I usually don't open things in new tabs because people get lots of tabs open. The other important thing is if I want to get rid of this block and I click here, I do get the remove block option. I could also duplicate it or something like that. So let's say I do this, and now the next thing I want to do is I want to add something else. Now if I go up here to the add block, I get a variety of starting with text. Let's say I wanted to add an image next. Notice, by the way, that as I click on different things, you get kind of a preview. So this is just a straight image. Now I could go to the media library if it were an image that were already uploaded, but let's assume it's not. So I'm going to log out of that, and I'm just going to go over here and I'm just going to drag an image right in, and you'll see that image now shows up. Now from here, you'll see you can always change the block type or style. So now this is different things I might want to do with it. In the same way, if I clicked here, I could change the block style to something else, a list, a quote, or whatever. Again, if I want to see a little bit more, if I click on the block settings here, you'll notice that when I click here, I get different settings on the image in the block settings than if I get on the text. Also, there is a document setting. And one of the things we'll also be doing is we'll be adding a featured image. So we're going to scroll here. Let's say I've created this featured image over in Canva. And so now if it were in the media library, I'd get it here. But let's say I don't have it there. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to drag it in and set a featured image that way. Okay. Now at this point I could save the draft. I could say, no, I actually want to have this go first, so I'm going to highlight this and click this little up arrow. So I could change it around. Now I save the draft again. And so now I want to preview it, and I'm going to click preview, but I always find this is a quick way to look at, what it looks like, a tablet or a mobile setting or the desktop. But I always want to preview it in a new tab, because then I'm going to see it in the full text of the site. So I do that. It says generating preview, and notice now I see it the way it's actually going to appear in the site with the sidebar and so forth. Okay, so I'm just going to go back here. I've saved a draft. So I'm good to go, and we'll end this right here.